I am a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed later on in life, which is not how most type 1 diabetics are diagnosed. Usually they're diagnosed when they're younger. And I had to adapt to that. And basically, for those of you who don't know, for exercise purposes, it means that I have to be very careful with my blood sugars. And so I was looking for an exercise program or regimen that could be intense and yet take that into account. And so I was very, very mindful about what sort of program I was about to join, since I didn't want to, I was just very careful about it. So you hear a lot of things about CrossFit, but one of the first things I discovered is that one CrossFit gym is not like another one, right? You hear that, for example, that CrossFit is perhaps a bit cultish sometimes, or CrossFit is sort of a weird sort of sub-society with its own sort of kind of quirky nuances, and to some extent that might be true, but what I was looking for, why I was interested in CrossFit, was I needed sort of a balance between a gym atmosphere, a traditional gym atmosphere, but I also wanted someone who knew me, who could actually understand my particular needs and would get to know what I was capable of and what my requirements were, for lack of a better term. And so I think CrossFit is a great environment for anybody looking for a certain amount, a limited amount of personal attention, but at the same time being self-sufficient and being able to exercise on your own, and understanding that there was this sort of sweet spot. First, let me say that I no longer live that close to this gym, but I have decided, I actually live in Pasadena, which is on most days probably a 45-minute to an hour and a half drive in LA to get to this gym. And I have obviously access to all different types of CrossFit gyms close to me, but I've decided to stay at CrossFit Encino for a variety of reasons. The most important being that I really, really think of CrossFit Encino as my family. This was not something I had expected. It's not something that I was looking for, but it has, I'm grateful that that's happened. And not only that, another reason is because they have invested a lot of time and energy, they being the coaches, in getting to know me and know what I'm capable of, at the same time pushing me to sort of expand my capabilities. One quick anecdote to give you an example of why I've decided to stay at this gym is, CrossFit, in CrossFit you're faced with a variety of different types of challenges, simply because of the changing dynamic nature of what it is. And one of the things I never really thought that I wasn't sure I could actually do was a strict muscle up. And but I, through encouragement and the coaching and the sort of positive attitude of CrossFit Encino coaches, was able to do one relatively quickly, and then all of a sudden I had another goal. And the goal was to do more than a couple of strict muscle ups, and I achieved that as well.